Hey, I love you so fucking much. You know, it's because of self-awareness, gratitude, and bhakti yoga that I'm here. That I'm able to sit through the pain of the memories of what happened to me as a teenager, like the perfect confluence of elements to lead to being groomed and assaulted by pedophiles. It took me a long time to realize that what happened to me was wrong, that it wasn't my fault. Like, yes, I typed in, 14 female Altamont Springs where I was meeting the people, but I never once lied about my age. There were some girls who would, because you want to meet someone who's older and they wouldn't do that. Well, yeah, never lie about your age. Everyone who met me knew I was 14. Anyways, yeah, it's absolutely wrong for children to have sex. Like, modern times require modern ethics, and this whole pedophilia shit is wrong for a reason. It hurts people, it hurts them really fucking badly, like so fucking badly. If it wasn't for knowing myself, if it wasn't for bhakti yoga, if it wasn't, I would be so fucking like lost somewhere in a hospital or a prison or on a street. Like, I lost myself to get myself back several times, and more recently. And I'm here. And the pain and the visuals of the memories are growing. So I'm taking back my self. I'm going to get all this shit out there because I want to enjoy my life to the fullest for as long as I have the rest of it. And I have to let go of this shit. And there's a public forum for it now. It's no longer I'm to blame anymore. Like, I became aware that I'm not legally to blame, that I was a victim of crime in 2017. And based on the laws in Florida, the statute of limitations is up. So everyone that I'm about to disclose can't be prosecuted. That's fine. Or maybe it's not fine. Maybe this whole movement will lead to a push in Florida to get rid of statute of limitations for sexual assaults against children. That would be fucking great. But not because I want to ruin any of these dudes' lives. I have no the fuck idea who they are. And at this point, like, I just want to stay focused on my healing. And revenge, tearing people apart on purpose, because we do that to each other on accident sometimes, right? Well, I'm not here to be vindictive. I'm here to heal. These are my stories. These are my experiences that happened to me. And if they just so happen to involve real people that are still alive on this earth today, that's on them, because there is no logical or discernible way for me to know any of the people that I am about to list. I'm still coming up with a name, if there should be like a different name for this, because it's not an Epstein list. This isn't Epstein Island. These aren't rich girls. Like, I was just like a normal girl. There's a lot of normal people that engaged in this behavior for very similar reasons and circumstances as me, and I met at least one of them. So I know that there's a lot more girls out there like me, and if they haven't gone crazy and ended up in a jail or dead yet, then I'm here for you. This is why I'm doing this. I'm doing this for all of us, all of the survivors. And I keep fixating on women. It's people, like men, women, trans people, everyone who's ever been assaulted as a child. And you're still got the fragments of the pain circling around in your bloodstream. This is why I'm doing this. Like, I'm very aware of the potential ridicule, all sorts of like shit, and I just finally know myself well enough to know that I can't just get like randomly torn apart by strangers on the internet and their opinions. So like, thank you so fucking much for witnessing and being a part of this journey with me. There's one thing I want to say real quick about Charlie Kirk. A lot of the shit he had to say was fucking horrible. I don't consider myself a liberal. I don't even know if I consider myself a leftist. It seems like every single time, you know, my political affiliation finds like a good name, it gets like ruined. Like, I'm just of the camp of, you know, loving people. Like, Charlie Kirk didn't have a lot of loving things to say. He talked about Jesus and, you know, like, invoked that feeling that you get when you're like a believer in Christ and that whole worldview. He was very charismatic on that level. I don't like the apathy. I literally grieved yesterday, but I didn't feel sympathy. I didn't feel empathy. I think that it is a really important human response to experience grief when you see something traumatic, when you learn about something that traumatic that happens to another person. Because no matter what we think about anyone else, we're all connected. And it's a true demonstration of desensitization in the general public with the cruelty that I witnessed from the deceased Charlie Kirk and from the people who were against him. I think being desensitized to atrocity is part of what the programming's been for decades. It's canceled. Like, if you're here, you're listening to this, please join me in not being a desensitized human being anymore. You could feel however you want to feel and think whatever you want to think about this person who died yesterday, and it still happened. So, like, dancing in the streets makes you just as bad as the people that you think you're dancing in the streets about. Like, what you think they're about, you know. It's gotta stop. It's gotta stop in our hearts. It's, you know, it stops when you start knowing yourself. And there's like absolutely nothing that can get between you and that. You know, always willing to consider a different opinion, always willing to, you know, contend a conflicting notion, and always protecting my peace. Like, we're the first line of defense in our hearts, and having a heart that is so quick to apathy, whether it's towards victims of pedophilia, whether it's towards members of a political faction you hate, like, the hate's gotta stop. Like, anger is a tool to drive our responsibility of being carriers of justice, like wielders of justice. If someone is hungry, we help feed them. like the alleviators of suffering is to say that you're working for justice, in that we are all connected, we are all one. And if one of us is suffering, we all are. And the most work we can ever do is on the suffering that lives in our hearts, that comes from traumatic memories like the ones I'm about to disclose. It's a really simple state of being, yet the suffering that we carry, the fragments of the pain, get in between us and the moment that we're in, and that is not justice. That is robbing us of our quality of life. So again, I'm embarking on this pedophile endeavor to reclaim the full potential of the quality of my life, in addition to making other victims aware of themselves and having a space for discussion, a space of safety, a space of processing, and just being with what is. That was then, this is now. So let's purge the shit, yeah. Oh, my back. Oh, I didn't get a mat to sit on. I'm just sitting on some bricks on a towel. It's a beautiful day in front of me, and I have a lot of work to do indoors, so that's fine. I'll be peeping my head out as much as I can. Asatoma sadgamaya tamasoma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya. Asatoma sadgamaya tamasoma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya. From untruth lead us to the truth. From darkness, lead us to the light. From death, lead us to immortality. I was reminded in the comments from a new follower, I think her name is Shannon, of the Namu Renge chant. Please correct my pronunciation if I'm not remembering that correctly. Lord knows I watched What's Love Got to Do with It, the Tina Turner movie, enough just for that part. I love that. Namyo Renge Kyo, 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 Namyo Renge Kyo. Fun stuff. Anyways, that's why I chant. Gives me strength, gives me clarity, replenishes the love in myself, in just the awareness of myself. Thank you for sharing this shit with me. My arm itches like there's a bug. Okay, there's no bug. Anyway, I love you. Bye.